is sort of structured here. Flamengo are split. They have 2 on the left, 2 on the right, whereas Royal are grouped up as a 4-man unit. So the second the fight looks like it's won for them, they can immediately beeline towards one of those directions, and there's no more fight left for the Brazilian side. That's really the struggle with fighting that area. They needed to pick and then get out. They could never take an extended fight.
And just brutal. Because we went from 3K, 4K, maybe you can make an argument for those minutes, but this lead just continues to grow. On the top side, though, we see a bit of a trade here. Robo trying to win the fight. Maybe he can get something done. Tower there to block, and they'll have to be very confident to go for this one. Barrel stacked, the rest of the team on the way in.
Shrimp does not have paranoia, but he's trying to get here. Armut should be able to escape. Again, this is where we need to see Flamengo make it happen.
Hook. Oh, predicted the sidestep, won't happen in the end. Now stepping in, though, should just get taken down by Shrimp. Shrimp missing an auto onto the minion there, but won't matter in the end.
That's what we're waiting for. Flamengo on the offense. They need to choose their fights intelligently and then stem the bleeding on the other sides of the map. Use the wave clear to stop any more towers from falling down. This is step one into reclaiming some territory in this game. They will have to cede the neutral objectives for now, and doesn't look like they can hold on to mid lane just either. They sent Shrimp, they stuck him around in the top lane. They're going to try and trade that tower for this mid lane one, which in terms of overall gold is going to be good for Flamengo. They'll take all the gold they can get at the moment, but the pressure they lose might end up costing them that bot lane one too.
See if the setup is there. Difficult to lock down Goku, but a gold card can do the trick. Seal.
Well, it's weird because Shrimp still hasn't left.
Stun card goes in, the arrow's coming in as well. Maybe they can mitigate something. Elysian goes to the backside, but he's already been locked up. He can't find the kick. He does get it in the end. Closer. Now trying desperately to escape, but he's not taking the tower angle. Seal's doing it for him. It looks like he is going to be able to make it out within an inch of his life, and another clean dive comes in from Royal.
Royal get away with absolutely everything, and Shrimp finally shows up to the fight. They can try and clear the waves. We'll be able to hold onto this tower, maybe not.
Still going for more. Stepping forward, Royal in absolute control. Double Ocean making sure they heal up as well. Can set their sights on the Mountain Drake as Armut's already pushing in topside.
It just feels so much more calm from the side of Royal. They know what their calls are and they're executing on them. Possibly part of that momentum as well, picking up the win earlier in the day against Flamengo to force this tiebreaker match. They were winless and now they could find 2 wins in a row because this fight was so easy for them. They know they have the numbers advantage. They make the call away with just a sliver of HP.
It's just very clean. Trade back and forth between the team. Now Flamengo are back up against the wall. Need to find 1 or 2 more picks. Swing maybe a Baron in their way if Royal get too over-aggressive, but they're kind of waiting on the enemy team to misstep to get out of position. So Royal make no more mistakes in the game.
So there's 2 plays Flamengo have right now. One is attack side lane. Right, Shrimp finished off his Duskblade, so he does a lot of upfront burst damage. It's hard against the Ninja Tabby of Armut. That's going to be his biggest saving grace. They still have to worry about TPs and Twist Fates. Control a bush. Use your pick tools and find a fight. But so it's not just control one bush inside of the river as well, which is a multi-step process, and they can never get with a numbers advantage. So Goku actually, and then someone like Seal would, because Flamengo is to be with them if they're able to walk in, ever put down vision in the river.
Robo, though, starting to feel a lot more confident in the trade. Always difficult to go matching. Toe-to-toe, and has that passive trial by fire as well. Shrimp waits in the darkness. Maybe not the can work for the team.
An operation, because of course,
oh
no.
Gold card hits. Confirms, goes in. Goku gonna try to flash backwards. Now are gonna get it. I can't believe Royal got away with that.
Just barely, and
Here
Seal
comes the
goes in!
Goes in, one more gold card. Now the support is gone as well. Royal absolutely dominating on the top side of the map.
Royal are running down 2 members, but not willing to start it up just yet. Here goes the pick.
Hunter Moon exposed, potentially the weak point of the map. Can they get any? They're coming in, they're finding the kills closer, they turn it back. 5 dead in the end. Royal losing 1 in exchange.
Everything falling apart for Flamengo as Royal beat them again and again and again. And now with Shrimp dead, Royal will turn their sights to the Baron just 23 minutes in. This is the objective they need to try and punch their way to the knockout stage.
And 4 members taken down. BRTT, the only one left standing. This Baron, no chance to contest it. 9K gold advantage for Royal. 23 minutes into the game. And it was slow and steady that won them the previous matchup that brought them to this tiebreaker, but they are now playing at a breakneck pace here in their potential final game.
And Royal were a team that I feel like no one has believed in for a long time. You know, coming into play-ins, people had high expectations for them. But even in the Turkish league, this was always a league dominated by names like Wolf, like Frozen, like were able to take down the legendary Supermassive, the team we've seen at Worlds and international events so many times, and make names for themselves. Because not a lot of people on this team you would recognize. With players like BRTT on the other side of the rift, you win this game, you have a chance to be remembered here for moving on and potentially having a chance to make it out of groups.
On the opposite side, do not want to be a team that disappoints once again. Push in, coming in with the Baron buff. Royal looking to break down this top lane tier 2. This is one that I think Flamengo just have to give up. Fight instead for the inhib towers if possible. Look for that pick, look for that death rush. There it is, as you mentioned. Trying to hide in the darkness, look for a pick. It is desperation times for Flamengo.
It's just about stalling now. Clear the wave as best you can. Ashe can do a decent job of it with Runon's Hurricane now complete. But not if you get chunked out by the minions themselves. This Pilot steps up aggressively. Now Royal can really split up for 3 lanes. Here we go.
Doctor going in on the Twisted Fate. Should be able to find this kill. Spell Shield's a little bit early, but it's not going to matter too much. Gold card comes in, will not account for much. The rest of the team now trying to collapse. Robo has to be careful, has to pull back. Goes gold, tries a bit more time. GPL comes in, now it's Hextech Ultimatum, now trying to leave as well, getting out. Robo will be able to escape. The rest of the team now coming in, almost teleporting in on the backside. The fight will stop for now. Camille backing, Shrimp retreating. Uh-oh, very difficult. Can he actually make it out of this one?
Oh, just barely. Flamengo get the kill and get out. This is what I meant by holding on, by stalling. Now just a minute left of that Baron buff. Probably gonna need another one before Royal can look to fully close out this game, but that's exactly what Flamengo are waiting for. Attack when Royal go for this split siege formation. When they're split 1-3-1, the opportunities are there for Shrimp.
GP though, uncontested currently on the top side. The TP coming in, trying to make sure that they can break open the base. One inhib tower will now fall. GP looking for a second. Goku can just find the snare. GP buying a bit more time with the stopwatch. The retreat now comes out. They burned a lot of the engage tool. Lucy now running away, but the gold card does connect, and that means Lucy goes down. Pilot now unstoppable. Royal pushing into the base. 4 members left standing for the side of Flamengo.
Royal know all the spells are down for Flamengo for now. Just a few more seconds before they return. Royal with just 30 seconds left on Baron. They've got 2 inhibitors now. Minion waves being cleared out, but they don't look like they want to go away.
Pushing in for a bit more. Are they going to play it a little more slow? They got 2 inhibitors. They could back off. They could look to play for the next Baron.
They want to win.
And they're stepping in. Pilot trying to clear this one out. Alti comes in. Have to be careful. Goku ready to go in. They're taking their time, waiting for Shrimp to reactivate here. Where is Shrimp going to go? Shrimp is not reactivated.
Goku dodged.
Use it. They're just trying to clear the wave. Instead, they're just focusing on extending this game as much as they can.
So close there from Goku, dodging away from the quickness. Double time there with the distortion. Now Seal, does he look for the play? Does he go for the port on in here?
Minion wave is here. Baron just fell away, but they have a super to play around.
It's going bot lane. They want 3 inhibs now. They wait for the minion wave to be there, and now they're on the towers, and Flamengo can't do anything.
Coming in. Hook will not connect. Goku needs to retreat. A lot of damage. Robo now going in anyway. Needs to get out of there. The knockup does manage to connect. Robo now in trouble. I don't think he can get out of this one. That's going to be it. The retreat now coming out. Too little, too late. Closer steps forward. BRTT goes down. And Royal, from start to finish, dominate in the tiebreaker. They will take down Flamengo. They will shut down the CB-Law, and the TCL will move on to the bracket stage of the play-ins 2019 World Championship.
Royal Youth came into the day without a single win on the board, but they best Flamengo 2 times in a row, and they do it in convincing fashion to move on, Dracos.
And you can say, you know, that other game was a little bit slower, a little bit less convincing, but here when push came to shove in the third match that these two teams would play on the world stage, Royal absolutely outclassed. And honestly, just a well-deserved win. Got to give credit to Closer. You know, solid early game performances here, but as well, the team play as a whole looked so good. And the sheer difference in top lane was just a massive factor in the favor of Royal Youth.
Royal Youth were just so crisp and instantly making their calls. You know, everything seemed calm for them. They always knew when to go in, and they pushed through Flamengo. It was just the decisiveness, I think, that I really like to see out of these play-in teams, because in these late game moments, you know, when we go back to having strong team fighting with globals on either sides, it's about knowing where you have advantages on the map. It's about knowing the cooldowns and then acting on them. And Royal acted every single time.
Absolutely did. I'm curious to see what this team brings to a best of 5. We've seen so many different versions, so many different styles. Is it Arma dominating on the top side? Is he just given the GP and told to sit while the rest of the team makes the action happen? We're gonna have to find out in the games to come. And you can see the entire staff there beside them. You have to be happy because, look, historically you're like, yeah, that's the expected result. But if you watch the tournament, as you mentioned, they came to the day winless, and it was looking shaky. I didn't know if it was going to happen coming out of that game with Damwon, but they managed to make it work.
And at a tournament like Worlds, the only thing that matters is surviving to the next day, right? If you can survive to the next day, eventually you're going to find yourself in the finals and you win, right? And for now, Royal Youth, they survive to the next day. They move on to the best of 5s, where again, they will be tested and will have a chance to do the same.
Second seed, always difficult, though. We'll see how they draw. Good news, as mentioned at the very start of the group stage by Armut, I believe, is they can't play Damwon.